on the one hand, I was always kind of bummed that you never got, or you got rid of your Wii U before Bayonetta 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I am also very glad because I get to show you Bayonetta 2.
Oh no, and I'm definitely like, I think when I get the Switch, Mario Odyssey is going to be first, and I think honestly the Bayonetta games will be second.
Yeah.
Because those games hold my interest a lot. I love Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 1's one of the few ones that I finished, like, cause I haven't played games to completion in, like, a long time, but I forced myself to finish Bayonetta 1.
You never played Bayonetta 1 to the end, remember?
Oh, that's right, I played with you.
You got very close to the end, though, but you have seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen the end.
That's correct.
This one you've seen pretty much nothing, right? Other than like trailers that you've seen.
Yeah. I didn't even watch reviews of it, I don't think. Just because I knew it was going to be good and I didn't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
This is familiar.
Sure is. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit immediately. This is canceled.
Block.
Yeah. So Bayonetta 1 I like, but oh my god, Bayonetta 2.
What about it's better?
You'll see, Uncle Dave.
Terrific.
Something wrong with my analog stick. Weird.
That's not good.
Probably worn it out already somehow. Yeah, even like when we played Bayonetta 1, it was fine. Like I like that game still.
Yeah.
But after just like no lifing this game, pretty much after it was released on the Switch,
yeah,
and then going back to Bayonetta 1, it's like whoa, what is going on? Bayonetta 1 is so slow.
Mm-hmm. The Switch version, or
no, I mean the gameplay is like slow.
Oh, okay.
Compared to this one. Like, this is the first level. I'm in a robot.
What in the world?
This is within 3 minutes of the game starting.
It's great, because they're going to have to somehow top that in the third one.
Yeah. Also, the locations you go to in Bayonetta 2 are better. The enemies you fight are better. Bayonetta's design just overall is better. It's just a better game. Story's more interesting, I think. More engaging.
I can't say I even paid attention to the story in the first game.
Yeah. It's not very memorable.
No.
It's fun, but it's not like, wow, that story was good.
It's an excuse to go places and do things, basically.
Yeah. And it gets rid of a lot of the like fluff. Like in the first game, there were a lot of obnoxious quick time events.
Yeah.
And those are gone completely. The angel attack minigame at the end of the level, which just kind of killed time, is gone completely. And there's a lot better weapons and just cool stuff in the game. So Bayonetta 2 is like, it's pretty much perfect.
Do you see the thing that Kamiya did on Twitter that talked about, like, basically, without Nintendo, Bayonetta 2 wouldn't have happened?
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's cool that he did that whole thing, and obviously, you know, he's got to be grateful to... Now, I'm kind of confused. What was his involvement in this one?
You'll see.
Aaron? What, is that him?
That's Kamiya right there. I just got blocked by him, in case you couldn't tell. This outfit's so much better than her first one. I love her hair.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived.
So I would say in this genre of games, this is it.
Yeah, this is the best. This is the best one for sure.
Well, at least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on.
What?
I love how this game picks up pretty much right after the first one. Remember this guy's Zerdia?
It's true. So in between 1 and 2, she just completely changes her style.
Pretty much. There's a time passage, but this is directly after the first one.
Oh, got it.
My dear, sweet child.
I just realized that with my intention of playing this, I'm eventually going to have to explain to my girlfriend what this game is and what it's about.
Nope. You don't have to explain it at all. Why is her clothes hair? Why is her hair demons?
Why is she naked all of a sudden? Well, it's because she's attacking with a giant fist made of hair. And her clothes are hair, so...
Hence no clothes.
Of the Lumen Sages.
Oh.
It is pretty hard to explain. Now, I jumped into a new game for the first couple levels just because I want to show you what the intention is, then I'm going to bust out all the fun stuff.
Alright.
Also, I'm a bit bummed to the Switch version because I think we were watching the trailer together, or I know I texted you right after the announcement, but they said, like, local co-op in this game for the tag climax. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, that was what the first game needed, or the original release needed. Mm-hmm. It's still, you need to have a second Switch.
That's so weird.
Yeah. That's a reference to Devil May Cry, because that team is called Team Little Devils.
It's Christmas time? This game is one of those games that came out in Christmas time? Around Christmas time?
No. I don't think so. I think this was like... October, maybe?
Okay. I'm thinking of Dead Rising.
Which one?
Isn't 3 like a Christmas theme? No, 4 is a Christmas theme.
Get out. You mentioned that game that shall not be mentioned.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
I don't understand why you would ever want heels without guns.
Minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you.
You know the Crypt Keeper?
Shit.
Like...
From Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah.
That's him.
Enzo?
Yeah, I don't think I brought that up in the first one, but that's him.
Break the contract. Forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing
They
bastards all
casted...
damn day.
They made him say that in that voice.
Yeah, and he'll say forget about it in places where it doesn't make sense. It's very clearly, because Kamiya, I think, wrote this game. It's him very clearly being, as a Japanese man, what do New Yorkers say?
How do Americans talk?
Yeah, he was the story supervisor, and I'm pretty sure he wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Just like Beautiful Joe, too.
I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end.
Yeah. You're helping.
to know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city.
Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently?
Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around...
I don't know what a Nona is,
Nona
or a grappa
Nona is grandma.
in...
Forget about it.
I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones.
Pray tell.
Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in lighter news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to
If they made Bayonetta's glasses in men's, would you get them?
in this year's festivities. Set to be headlined by a
Well, if they made them in men's, it wouldn't have any details on it whatsoever. So.
I'm saying if they made that style of glasses, but for men, you wouldn't wear those.
No, they're little... If they made them in men's, it would just kind of look like mine.
But with like a cool little butterfly thing on the side.
It's not cool.
It's cool looking.
I don't like butterflies.
I don't either, but they look
Which is
cool
funny
on
because
Bayonetta.
my fraternity nickname, my official nickname is Butterfly.
Why?
I'll see you back.
Because,
Don't forget to pick up the
well, there's like two reasons, but the one reason is because one of the brothers kept calling me Heinrich, and somebody thought it was Heimlich. So,
Oh, from Bug's Life.
So they had me start quoting, yeah, him.
Well, there goes that battery.
Oh my god.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet. I want a toy
Not
jet.
disconnect the Wii or the Switch or whatever this is.
Flies in the sky.
Game Gear.
No, I'm not buying any damn
The Nomad.
What the hell's the Nomad?
See, I think it's a Sega thing that played Genesis games. Like it was just a portable Genesis.
Wow, I have not used this Joy-Con controller in so long. The gamepad is, or the Pro controller is so much better.
Yeah, right now.
Ew, this is so gross.
One. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nicely.
Yeah, I've occasionally played the Switch when I've been like out at stores and whatever, and I've tried to use that.
Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry
And
up.
the one time I was like, oh, this isn't too bad, and then I realized, wow, these buttons are all super small.
It's fine until you pick up a Pro controller and you realize how much better it is.
Yeah. Also, I'm sure going from like PS4 to that is a nightmare.
Also, I think that store is called Wonder Toys. I think that's a Wonderful 101 reference. I would assume.
That would make sense.
At least your lot still knows how to
I'm
make
telling you, the first game is like, it's subdued somehow. Bayonetta 2 is just crazy immediately. Like, when you see the other stuff that's in this level, your mind is gonna be blown. I'd like to think Nintendo came back and said, we like this scene, but could you erase her butt crack?
Yeah. I think them like greenlighting this game is probably like a the beginning of like the cool new Nintendo.
Well, I mean,
Dabbing Nintendo.
yeah, dabbing Nintendo. Let's put dabbing in Mario and Kingdom Odyssey.
Battles.
What is the rabbit? Yeah, that's the game. But you think about it, Nintendo greenlit Resident Evil 4 was originally GameCube exclusive. So was the Resident Evil 1 remake and Resident Evil 0. Those are all M-rated.
Yeah, Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness, Mad World.
Geist, which nobody knows about.
That's a Nintendo game?
Yeah, it is. It's a GameCube exclusive. I feel like, have you ever played that?
I am one of the people that lives in this world. 5 people played Geist, and I am absolutely not one of them.
I think we should definitely track that down. I was like really excited for that when it got announced, and then I realized there was like puzzles and stuff that you had to go through.
Really?
Yeah, there's like there's a whole possession part of it where you have to move stuff around by possessing it. It sounds terribly clunky.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like enjoyable messed up or just messed up.
Doubt. And then there's also the 2 No More Heroes games. So
that's true too.
Nintendo's had a somewhat M-rated legacy. Wow, why do I have
I'm not even saying like the M-rated part. It's just more the like, just you know how Nintendo does some things that are like really weirdly backwards. This is just they're in a really good stretch where they're doing a lot of things that are pleasing to the fans.
Yeah. And speaking about pleasing fans, today incidentally is the 1-year anniversary of the Switch.
Yeah, it is. Happy Switch anniversary.
Like, again, just to keep in mind, this is the first level. No, this isn't even the first level. This is the prologue.
Yeah.
God, just using Bayonetta's normal moveset in this game, it's so, like, I always have a sword or something. The guns is, like, so boring.
Visually, this looks really good, too.
I know, right?
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car! Start already!
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wonderful. Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa.
Watch your mouth, Enzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tag.
Unbelievable!
Like, almost everything in this game is better. Like, the characters, they didn't really utilize Rodon at all in the first game, other than, he the guy you buy things from.
Yeah.
But in this game, they use him very well. Not just this, but, you know, you'll see. I still don't like Enzo, but Enzo's got some pretty good moments in this. What are the chances that this game was mocapped?
If only.
You gotta
That
think
means that there's a real person that is
probably a guy too.
He probably looks like Michael Moore.
He looks like Enzo.
He's just really flexible.
Yeah.
He also mocapped Enzo.
Beautiful.
Now it's time to be naughty. You are welcome.
Alright, yeah, okay.
So this is another thing that's just like, this is so much better than the first game. There was no like Rage of the Gods or Devil Trigger thing in the base game. You had to buy it. It was like a special thing that you could get. But in this one, you just get it immediately. And I'm so glad for that. Oh, this Pro Controller had to die. I hate this controller. And another thing, that the first game is really dark, not in tone, in terms of just the levels.
Visually, yeah, you're right. This is a lot. This first level pops a lot more.
It's just blue is like the primary color here,
Yep.
and I love it. I think one of the few things that the first game has over the second one is maybe the soundtrack.
Yeah, you don't like it as much as this one?
I like it, it's just the first one's still a little bit better. Those are a lot easier, so those aren't as frustrating.
Yeah, that seemed like really easy.
It's just anything that was inconvenient, sort of slow, or just dumb in the first game is gone completely.
And they have this. What?
Once again, first level of the game. Did I just get hit? No, I didn't. Still platinum, baby. Oh, I forgot
You
about that
literally
attack.
just kicked him in the butt. That was great.
Yeah, those horse enemies in this game, they have an attack where if you get behind them for too long, they just kick you. Yep, I get it. I want to know who's driving this jet.
And why they're still doing it.
Yeah, why haven't they stopped yet? You're a jerk. I think this was used mainly in like boss battles. At a point where you would just start winning, so you just start using the like the Umbran Climax. That's now just something you can just do.
You can just do it. That's pretty great. It seems like if they're starting the game off with enemies this big, they probably just get bigger and bigger and more ridiculous from there.
They sure do. This game's full of big guys for you and everybody.
Terrific.
Get out of here. Putting my foot down on the matter. Now, how did you feel about the like the random levels in the first game where it was like, here is a motorcycle level, here is like on a boat level?
I didn't mind them because they broke up the action, but they were very inconsistent in quality. Some, like the motorcycle one was really frustrating, but some of the other ones weren't too bad. Like, isn't there a level where you just do the Jaguar thing? Or am I making that up?
I think you're making that up.
Then that's what I would say that the what?
Yeah, those are completely gone in this. There's like one level there where there's a vehicle involved, but nothing like the first one. Ow.
Ew.
I dodged that, you jerk.
Remember when Platinum made a Transformers game?
Nope. Well, to be fair, it was games like that that made this possible, and games like Scalebound, rest in peace.
It would be cool if that game somehow came back.
Can't, Microsoft owns it. But, I mean, they could do, like, this isn't Scalebound, this is my original fan game.
This is Bale Scound.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I think that was probably a big hit for Kamiya. I think he felt really bad about that.
Yeah.
You could tell he was really not great on Twitter about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was the case. Was Nintendo had they didn't have any notes or anything for this game. They weren't like, you have to tone this down, which is good. You'd expect Nintendo to be like, can her clothes not do that?
Yeah. You put mushrooms over the nipples.
Yeah.
But I think they knew that they needed to let Platinum do what they wanted to do, or else the game wasn't going to be, you know.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get what they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Christmas without caviar.
That's what I always say.
Have you ever had caviar?
No, and I never will now.
Oh yeah, true. It's also so weird because my account, or the normal file that I use, I have like everything upgraded, so her health is upgraded, the Umbran Climax is completely upgraded. It's so weird not having that.
The body degeneration looks a little bit better in this one than the first one.
Yeah. This is the best. I love this game so much. That did almost no damage to it, but it looked cool, so I don't care.
Yeah, it did look cool.
Ow. And yeah, the enemies are like way better. They could have just reused a bunch of them, but they didn't, and I'm very glad for that.
Yeah.
This is a waste.
Do we know what city this is, or is it just fictional?
I have no idea. What is this a reference to?
Wait, what?
What is this a reference to?
I don't know.
Giant monster that makes an elephant noise coming out of a building. What is it?
Why am I struggling with this?
You know what this is.
Is it? I don't know.
Sonic Adventure. It's perfect chaos.